Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. Well, coming to the market, we have discussed everything in the Market Pulse video on Sunday. And if you have missed that, do watch that out because all the details are given there. And there has not been a trading day in India, yesterday being a holiday. But then today's podcast would be just an update on what happened in the US market because even though the Asian markets were closed yesterday, the US market was open. So I thought I'll give you a quick update. As the Indian market is actually opening after 3 days of holiday. So coming to US market, of course, we had discussed about the First Republic Bank collapse. And there is a support that is coming from JP Morgan, as JP Morgan has taken over the First Republic Bank. And there was a very quick transaction in the US, I would say a well-handled situation at this point of time. And that kind of provided some strength in the US. But then, of course, there was the stock market in the US did rise slightly in the open, but then that could not sustain, and it was a day of consolidation. And finally, the US markets have closed slightly in the negative. So, of course, there are reasons for that. The major reason being the FOMC meeting is actually starting today. So, for FOMC, of course, there's federal, monetary, that is Central Bank of US monetary policy meeting, which is starting today, and they will be announcing their interest rate hikes or whatever it is, that's tomorrow. So naturally, the stock market has rallied recently in the US after the good tech results. So I would say it is kind of okay to kind of take a break at this point of time. So that's exactly what the US market did. Now, if you look at next 2 days, like I told you, the important data would be today there is the interest rate addition coming in from Australia and tomorrow from the US. So these are two key events that can actually hold the market for now. In fact, if you look at Indian market has been on a breakout and has been rallying in the last week. That's something I would say might take a pause today. That's what I'm expecting. So of course, region also where it is standing right now at 18,065. It's very close to its resistance zone of 1800 to 200. So I'm kind of expecting the stock market to kind of consolidate a little around this area. And then of course, a big movement can be expected based on what is happening in the US tomorrow. That is the Federal Reserve monetary policy meeting. What do they come out with results tomorrow? So as of now, the expectation is that they would continue to go for a 0.25% hike. As the data is actually looking favorable in terms of inflation for the US. So there's no reason that Federal Reserve has to go for a higher rate hike. So if it leaves it at 0.25%, there are chances the market can just maybe consider it as a non-event as well. So it may not have any effect on the market, but only ways where it can actually have a market as effect on the market is either they increase it by 0.5%, which I don't think is viable at this point of time for US. So it may not happen at all, but there are high chances of even not increasing the rate hike. But if that happens, then probably market could shoot up. So that could probably lead to a gap up opening in Indian market again. So that is something that could be expected on the cards. So if at all the Federal Reserve actually thinks of not increasing the interest rate, then we might see the gap up on Thursday. So that Thursday is going to be an eventful day for us. Let's see how things go. So however, it's very important to follow strict stop losses at this kind of time when the markets are in this stage of resistance, because again the stage of resistance can actually add volatility to the market. So that is how the market is expected today. But otherwise, if you look at major index heavyweights like Reliance, HDFC Bank, so these are all right now close to their close to the resistance zone also. So with all this, I'm kind of expecting the market to kind of consolidate, and for this week, like I told you, I'm expecting the markets to close within 17,800 to 18,300. This is where I'm expecting the market to expire this week. So my trades are also based on the same logic that I have as of now. But of course, things can change based on how the markets can change. So the big FII buying of almost 3,000 crores came in on Friday. Will that continue is a big question. So if at all that continues, then there are chances that Indian market can still go higher. But otherwise, market should actually consolidate in this range for some time is what I am expecting. So not big movements expected until Thursday. So that's the view for now. Let's see how the market trades. Like I always say, we can never predict the stock market, but then it is only that we can anticipate and take trades accordingly. So, however, for these are all applicable only to a trader. As far as an investor is concerned, you really don't have to worry because these are all daily part of the market, and of course, staying invested would make your money grow automatically. But one thing I would say is, if you see 2022 as a year was a year of underperformance for Indian stock market, and as on today also, it's not a big run that has come in the Indian market. So that means that Indian stock market still has some energy left to actually go up, or I would say it has to go up in some time. So that could be maybe in 6 months, or it could be in next 1 year. But then that is of course on a hold. So any point of investment at this point of time is something that can actually yield some good returns over the next 1 or 2 years. So with a long-term view, you can actually be investing. You should be investing in the equity market at this point of time, because that period of underperformance looks like is over as of now. So that's it for now. Wishing you all a great week ahead. This is Srikanth Rajan signing out. But before you leave, do remember to press the like button if you love the content that we share, and do share the podcast with your friends and let us help them learn and invest together with us. And if you have still not subscribed to our channel, of course, it's time you subscribe it so that you don't miss out on any updates from us. So that's it for now. See you. Have a great day. Goodbye.